Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 1, The History of Life of Ajamila, text number 6. Adhuneha mahabhaga yathaiva narakannaraha nanograyatananeya tanme vyakhyatum arhasi. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O great, fortunate and opulent Shukadeva Goswami, now kindly tell me how human beings may be saved from having to enter hellish conditions in which they suffer terrible pain. Purport. In the 26th chapter of the 5th canto, Shukadeva Goswami has explained the people who commit sinful acts are forced to enter hellish planets and suffer. Now, Maharaja Parikshit, being a devotee, is concerned with how this can be stopped. A Vaishnava is paradukha dukhi. In other words, he has no personal troubles, but he is very unhappy to see others in trouble. Prahlad Maharaja said, My Lord, I have no personal problems, for I have learned how to glorify your transcendental qualities and thus enter a trance of ecstasy. I do have a problem, however, for I am simply thinking of these rascals and fools who are busy with Maya Sukha, temporary happiness, without knowledge of devotional service unto you. This is the problem faced by a Vaishnava. Because a Vaishnava fully takes shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he personally has no problems. But because he is compassionate towards the fallen conditioned souls, he always thinking of plans to save them from their hellish life in this body and the next. Parikshit Maharaja therefore anxiously wanted to know from Shukadeva Goswami how humanity can be saved from the gliding down to hell. Shukadeva Goswami had already explained how people enter hellish life, and he could also explain how they could be saved from it. Intelligent men must take advantage of these instructions. Unfortunately, however, the entire world is lacking Krishna consciousness, and therefore people are suffering from the grossest ignorance and do not even believe in a life after this one. To convince them for their next life is very difficult because they have become almost mad in their pursuit of material enjoyment. Nevertheless, our duty, the duty of all sane men, is to save them. Maharaja Parikshit is the representative of one who can save them. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Recently, when the aeroplane crash happened in the Ahmedabad, so many people passed away very sadly, and there was a big news. The Bhagavad Gita was found unburnt, and there was a debate in the public forums. Is it so significant? when so many people have passed away, their book is remaining unburnt. Is it very significant news? And some people also said that it is not the great thing to discuss because it is not the book. The person who carried the book must have been saved by the grace of Bhagavad Gita. But instead, the person who carried Bhagavad Gita burned in the tragedy. But the book is saved. What is great thing in it? So various discussions. Some people also asked a question, why didn't God save them? Who is carrying Bhagavad Gita must be saved by the Lord. Actually, we should understand from this verse today, it is not about the saving means not saving the material body alone. Of course, the material body is an instrument for us to achieve some things in life. But in the Bhagavad Gita, the main subject matter is the soul. The soul should be saved, not the body. When Krishna was personally present on this planet, performing various pastimes, in the presence of Krishna, the sons of Pandavas were killed by Ashwatthama. Why couldn't Krishna save them? Pandavas are very dear to Krishna and their children. And Draupadi was very dear to Krishna. Her children all were killed when they were sleeping. Why Krishna did not save them? Actually, every person, each one of us, Jivatmas, have a history, past history. Why we are here, what we are doing, everything has some history. That history may not be known to us, but the God, omniscient personality God, He knows everything of us. He not only knows what we are doing now, the Lord also knows what we have done in our previous lives. So those who become devotee of the Lord has a special favor. He ensures that their future is bright. Jivatmas. And He does good for them. Just like that woman who missed the flight that day, that was also a news. Just she was late 10 minutes to the airport. On the way to airport, she was unhappy that she is getting late. In the airport, she was unhappy that she was not allowed. And she is not missing an ordinary flight, she was missing an international flight. So many plannings she must have done. And everything was devastating for her. And it was a kind of, God is not helping her at that moment. And she is a devotee and God is not helping her to get the flight. God is making her unhappy. God is failing her in her life. Why is it so? But there was a larger plan of the Lord which was revealed to her after half an hour. So those larger plans of those Jivatmas who could unfortunately end their human body at that moment, only Lord knows what is the higher plan for those. And especially those who are devotees, who are carrying Bhagavad Gita and the deities, etc., will be definitely saved. Ananyayas chintayanto mam yejana paryupasate tesham nithyabhiyuktanam yogakshema vahamyaham. Krishna will take care of yogakshema vahamyaham. So here today in the discussion we see Parikshit Maharaj is asking about hellish planets. This is about life after this life. Many do not believe, people think it is some kind of fear created among the human beings, so that human beings do not commit sinful activities, do not give pain to others. Even many Hindus think like that. Many good people also think like that. Yeah, some fear is required. Just like when the child is not ready to eat food, the mother will say, police will come. The fear of police, the child will eat the food. Like that, we fear people. There is hellish planet. There is suffering. Be very careful. Somebody is watching you. Don't think no one is watching you. So all these are words of the scriptures to control human beings and make them civilized, so that everything will be in order and nobody will trouble others. But contrary to this understanding is the truth behind the life after life. There was a man called Dr. Raymond Hoodie. Sometimes later you can search about him in the Google. He has written a book called Life After Life. He's an American philosopher as well as a great researcher. He has done research for 50 years or more on the field of examining and hearing and talking and doing research on near-death experience. He has discussed apparently about 2,000 people overall in the world who had near-death experience. What is that they went through, who were dead, and then sometimes we hear such news. Doctor declared the person is dead and he was being transported in an ambulance. The dead body was carried. An ambulance, recently I heard, they were carrying him. In an ambulance, the man who's sitting saw fingers are moving. Then he got up from the deathbed. So such people, he has done great research on that, and then he has concluded about the existence of life beyond life what we are experiencing. And there is another scientist and doctor, a neurosurgeon called Dr. Ibn Alexander. He has written a book called Proof for Heaven. It is a controversial in the scientific field. However, he himself went through a near-death experience. He's a neurosurgeon. And he had a very big disease. He had to go through a medical coma. Medically he has put in coma purposefully for the purpose of his disease. He had cure something in the brain, the surgery which he had to go through. So he came back and he explained his experiences. All these things are available. The topics are available in the internet. You can study. So now the Western philosophers, researchers, scientists and doctors and thousands of people are talking about near-death experience. And there are thousands and thousands of people are talking about their past life experiences as well. Ghost in My Baby, there is on YouTube channel. They go on doing research on the past life experiences of the people. They go on talking about it. So like this, today it is a mystery for the modern people who do not say what is next after the life. But the scriptures describe detail about it. What happens? So in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the chapter 26, so where Shukadeva Goswami is explaining, there are 27 hellish planets. And it is very clearly explained what you do, which hellish planet one enters. With so much of clarity, where are these hellish planets? In the Brahmanda, when all the planets are there, and the bottom of the Brahmanda is a Garbhodaka ocean, The between all the planets up and the Garbhodaka ocean are these 27 hellish planets. And the Yamaraja, whose planet where the Yamaraja sits, that called Pitruloka, that is in the same region. And the living being who left the body will be awarded with the Yatana Sharira, the Jivatma is taken there. And then various punishments are awarded by Yamaraja. And this is not some an imaginary, this is a fact of the future life. Trividham narakasedham dvaram nashanam kama krodha lobha. There are 3 gateways to hell, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. We should be very careful. What are those 3 gateways to hell? Kama, krodha, lobha. Kama, the lust. Krodha, anger. Lobha, the greed. Lust, greed and anger are the great way to hell. Means a man commits sinful activities because of that. Sinful activity means what? Giving pain to others. That's called sinful activity. Sometimes giving pain to Jivatma's progress is also self-destruction, is also sin. Ending life by committing suicide is also a sin. Because the body has been awarded with certain purpose. I cannot take my free will on my hand and decide to end the life like this. And largely it is understood that giving pain to other beings. And giving pain to other beings, we understand that if giving pain, justice should be met. If somebody has committed a big heinous crime, the victim's family, they say he should be hung. Because that is a justice. By hanging him, the person who dead will not come back. But still, the matter of justice is that that person also should be given that punishment. Now, the point is, the understanding of the hell, this is created by Supreme Lord. The Yamaraja is a pure devotee of the Lord. He is doing his seva. That is his service. His service is to punish, give justice. Actually, purpose of the hell is not only justice. Purpose of the hell is largely the rectification. The living beings have done mistake. Jivatmas, they should be rectified so that they do not continue such activities. This is important. They should improve themselves. That is the purpose of punishment. Now, what kind of punishments? There are one or two I'll read. After that, we will move on. Okay. There are 28 hellish planets. Okay. And Shukadeva Goswami says, some people say 21, there is a 28, etc. Now, one or two I'll read. A person who appropriates another's legitimate wife, children or money is arrested at the time of death by the fierce Yamadutas, who bind him with the rope of time and forcibly throw him into the hellish planet known as Tamishra. On this very dark planet, the sinful man is chastised by the Yamadutas, who beat and rebuke him. He is starved, he is given no water to drink. Thus, the wrathful assistants of Yamaraja cause him severe suffering, and sometimes he faints from their chastisement. This is one hellish planet called Tamishra. There is one more called Andhatamishra, a destination of a person who cheats another man and enjoys his wife and children is the hell known as Andhatamishra. There his condition is exactly like that of a tree being chopped at its roots. Even before reaching Andhatamishra, the sinful living being is subjected to various extreme miseries. These afflictions are so severe that he loses his intelligence and sight. It is for this reason that is learned as Andhatamish, because he loses the eyesight. Previous is Tamishra, is Andhatamish, he is blind, he is not able to see who is beating. Now, this is very shocking. There is one hell called Raurava. Who goes there? A person who accepts his body as his self. I am this body. Works very hard day and night for money to maintain his own body and the bodies of his wife and children. While working to maintain himself for his family, he may commit violence against the other living entities. Such a person is forced to give up his body and his family at the time of death, and he suffers the reactions of envy of other creatures by being thrown to the hell called Raurava. So like this, there is a description given in this chapter. About various hellish planets. So, but the devotees are paradhukka dukkhi. We don't want others to undergo pain. Not that devotees feel, okay, no, you all done sinful activities, now you suffer. So the devotees don't take enjoyment in this. Devotees feel, how can this person be relieved? That is why devotees are called extremely merciful. Like Arjun, when he was feeling that I should not kill the Kauravas, in spite Kauravas did so much of injustice to Pandavas. Prabhupada writes that this is a symptom of a Vaishnava. Vaishnava never thinks harm or bad to others, good to others. That is why the Vaishnavas, like Srila Prabhupada, they take so much of pain in advanced age to relieve the suffering humanity. Once one devotee was not visible in the morning sadhana, he is not there in the Bhagavatam class. And Prabhupada, he used to be in and around the temple, and Prabhupada did not see him for a few days. Then Prabhupada asked, where is he? Then other devotees reported to him, actually he is not well. He has developed some disease, some name they said. I forget that. Then Prabhupada asked, what does it mean? What are the symptoms? He has body pain, weakness, headache. He continuously suffers with all those things. Hence he is not visible in and around. Then Prabhupada says, I think I also have the same disease. Meaning, Prabhupada was continuously going through bodily pains while he was not sleeping and writing these books, dead of the night. We don't know when he wrote this purport which we read. Maybe night at 2 o'clock. Daytime he will be doing, guiding his disciples and building the organization, solving the problems, issues, writing the letters, and nighttime translating books. While his body was giving so much trouble to him in his advanced age. Why? This is the Vaishnava's mercy. Paradhukka dukkhi. He has no personal profit, personal credit in this. So this is what the Vaishnavas should be. So we all are sadhakas. We want to advance in our spiritual life. While we want to advance in our spiritual life, we have protection of Krishna. Definitely we are protected by the Lord, but we should be careful to make advancement in spiritual life so that we do not enter into these hellish lives. Spiritual life is compared to walking on the edge of the razor, because if you make a mistake, again you may go back to mine. Then it is very difficult. If you are a non-devotee and do not have any knowledge about all these things, there is a possibility to recover that person by telling, oh, you know the truth. Like Narada Muni told the hunter, oh, the hunter came to know, is it there is a hellish planet, there is a suffering like this? He was not aware. Mrugari, he was not aware. When Narada Muni revealed to him there is a hellish planet and suffering, then he came to his senses. He said, I will follow what you say. There is a possibility. But the devotee who already knows this and then he goes to the material enjoyment, when you tell him, he will tell, I know all these things. Knowing and still going. So the devotees should be very careful not to lose devotional service, very risky. What may take one devotee out of spiritual life, devotional service, is Vaishnava Aparadha. So Vaishnava Aparadha, Sri Ramanujacharya describes 11 kinds of Vaishnava Aparadhas. The 11 kinds of, I will read those, very interesting and important for Vaishnavas. 11 different kinds of Vaishnava Aparadhas. Vaishnava Aparadha means committing offense to other Vaishnava. What are different kinds of Vaishnava Aparadhas? Okay. First one, called Janma Nirupana, means judging devotee by birth. Somebody is born, I am a Brahmana. Oh, you are a Shudra. You are a Muslim. You are a Christian. Haridas Thakur was taken birth in Mohammedan family. And Gunakara Dasa was a family of Shudra or others. So for Vaishnava, he is very exalted. One should not be judging Vaishnava based on birth. The devotees may be around us. Oh, I am born in very good family. Look at that devotee. He has no culture. He is born in a very low grade family. So this is aparadha. And the second one is Sharira Nirupana. Sharira Nirupana means judging devotees on a physical form. Like Hanuman. He look like a monkey, his face, body is like human. Garuda. Somebody is a different body, different species also sometimes. We have seen in the scriptures. So devotee should not be looked down because of the physical form. Or somebody may be handicapped. Somebody may be ugly looking. So devotee should not commit such offense. Bhava Nirupana, meaning treating, oh, this devotee is not very matured. I am very matured, I am very sensitive, but look at this devotee, he has no maturity. So this is how the bhava, how does he actually judge other devotees based on somebody's maturity. He could be a child. Like Dhruva was a child. So Dhruva Maharaj was a child. It apparently appeared immature. But he was a great Vaishnava. Okay. Then fourth, Ashrama Nirupana. Ashrama Nirupana is another very important. Means considering one ashrama is superior to others. Oh, I am a brahmachari, I am a sannyasi. Look at, he is a grihastha, he is a family man. I am better. He is less. Person, Vaishnava may be in any ashrama, but Vaishnava very exalted he could be, like Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Ambarish Maharaj. Durvasa Muni thought, I am a great sage. He is a king, he is enjoying royal opulence, he is doing self-gratification. He is a grihastha, he thought. But what was proved was, finally, Ambarish Maharaj was superior to such a sage who taught Durvasa Muni. Okay. This is the fourth aparadha, ashrama nirupana. Fifth is avyaya nirupana, criticizing bodily imperfection of a devotee. Like somebody is stammering, not able to talk properly because of the bodily deficiency. Somebody is not able to hear properly. Somebody is not able to see properly. Different things a body may be having. Avyaya nirupana. So criticizing devotee. Oh, this devotee, oh, for him, he cannot see. So no, that is a aparadha. Then the sixth one is alasya nirupana. Alasya nirupana means judging devotee by their habits of laziness or laziness. Because of the mind-body system, somebody may be more lazy than you. But if that devotee is putting sincere effort to make progress, one other should not criticize that person. Because it's a past. Prabhupada said, the Krishna conscious society is like a hospital. In the hospital, there are many people come and get admitted. And many people gets discharged from the hospital. And the discharge is not depend on the date of admission. Generally, we think, if I go to college, based on the entry date, exit date of the college. So like that. The hospital discharge, is it depend on the date of admission? Hospital discharge is depending on the disease, the severity, how one is actually responding to the treatment. So like that, the devotee may be having his past, so that in his previous life, mind is also carrying to this life. No. Krishna says in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, just like the air carries the aroma, the perceptions of the life carries to the next body. So previous body's nature may come in this life, previous mind may come, but the devotee is working hard to come over it. So then others should not criticize, oh, this devotee is lazy and I am more alert. That is a aparadha. The seventh, Dharma nirupana, means thinking only Dhamvasis are devotees. Oh, he is staying in Dham, he is a great devotee. These devotees are staying in the cities. Devotees are staying in big cities like this. Oh, they are not. Actually, devotees you want to see, you should go to Dham. Here you don't find devotees. If anybody thinks like that, it is a great offense. Devotees can be in the city also. The eighth, Bandhu Nirupana. This is another important point for a community of devotees. Treating devotee family members as ordinary. Sometimes the familiarity comes. It could be husband and wife or child or father or mother in the family. Maybe practicing devotion because you are living with them. Sometimes it can be community of devotees. You are living with the devotees, other devotees. The living with other devotees makes sometimes other devotee think, he is also an ordinary person. He is an ordinary person. It's called familiarity. Familiarity breeds to contempt, offenses. So there could be a person next to you sleeping in your room or sitting in your room could be a more advanced devotee, but we forget to recognize that. Maybe in our own community of devotees, there may be very advanced and great devotees who are always thinking of Krishna. We forget to recognize that. We think these are ordinary. If you want great devotees, they are somewhere else. So, based on our familiarity, we think he is less or she is less. Is a Bandhu Nirupana. The ninth is Prakasha Nirupana. Reacting or respecting only famous devotees. Very famous maybe in YouTube or in a great achievement somebody has done. Famous. Oh, for them we give a lot of respect. There could be one devotee, morning to evening he is only washing plates. but maybe very advanced devotee. And it looks like he is not doing anything. He simply every day he is doing his seva. That's all. He is not known to anybody. Nobody knows that person's name. But maybe advanced devotee. Always thinking of Krishna, Ananyas Chintayanto, Manmano Mahabhat. He may be doing all that. So, you have to careful, not only respect of, you should also be very careful who may not be so famous but may be a great devotee. So, not to neglect devotee based on our judgment. 10th, Vartana Nirupana, judging devotees by their profession. This devotee he only does driving, but this devotee is only knowing cooking, nothing else. This devotee knows he cannot actually do this, he can only do this. So like this, the demeaning him, seeing him down, putting him down is also a... So the 11th, the last one, Dosha Nirupana, means criticizing the past mistakes of a devotee. It's very careful we should be. You should not actually paste a perception on a devotee. Oh, he is like this or she is like this. Every day the devotee is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He is changing. His heart is transforming. He is becoming better. He is becoming a devotee of the Lord. Don't say, I know you were watching movies and I know your past what you have done to me, past what you spoke to me. I have all that grudges on a devotee. The devotee would have changed. He is a devotee, is transforming. So devotee should not be looked by their past activity. Devotee should be dealt in the present and pleasant exchanges with the devotee, not to refer or not to keep the past things in the mind about a devotee. So these are the 11 things quoted by Ramanujacharya on the Vaishnava Parada. So we have to be very careful not to commit offense to other Vaishnava so that we do not lose devotional service. What will be the result of losing devotional service? Means getting into Maya, going back to the material world. Just now we read, the Raurava hell is waiting for those who simply think, I'll earn money, maintain my family, my life is very successful. In the pursuit of earning money and maintaining family, you would have knowingly, unknowingly committed sinful activities. One will be sent to a hell called Raurava. These are all facts. So now, this is a risk. Padam vipadam tesham. Every step there is a danger in the material world. Hence Parikshit is saying what to do. His question is to Shukadeva Goswami, what to be done? How to avoid people going to hell? What is to be done? So that is about this chapter's discussion. The heading of this chapter is History of Life of Ajamila. Meaning, you can assume what will be the conclusion, what to do, how to avoid human beings going to hellish planet. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chanting the holy name of Lord. By chanting Narayana, such a sinful Ajamila was saved from the hellish life. More and more we'll discuss as this chapter progresses. With this, we'll conclude. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.